You just saw two women. They could be the same age, maybe even neighbors. But you can feel the world of difference in their energy, can't you? One is the picture of safety, of what's expected. It's the quiet, gentle role society often hands us after 60. The one that tells us not to take up too much space. But have you ever felt like you've been handed a script on how to act your age? A script you never even auditioned for? What if I told you that the difference between those two women isn't about luck, or money, or trying to look younger? What if it all comes down to three simple, powerful choices that can change everything? It is time to set that old script aside. Today, we're not just talking about clothes. We are unlocking a power trio that can fundamentally change how you see yourself in the mirror, and more importantly, how you walk out into the world. So let's begin with the very foundation of this philosophy, the incredible power of balance, and why it's the true secret to timeless elegance. You know, I've come to believe that what we choose to put on each morning is so much more than just clothes, honey. It's a quiet but powerful conversation we're having with the world and with ourselves. And this particular combination, the pixie, the glasses, and the soft shoulder top, it says something truly wonderful. Think of it this way, almost like a beautiful painting. This look creates what artists call visual interest. It gives the eye a wonderful place to land, a story to follow. The pixie cut creates these lovely, clean lines around your face. The glasses become the focal point, drawing attention right to your eyes, where all your stories are held. And then, that soft space on your shoulder. Oh, that's like a quiet breath in a beautiful piece of music. It's this lovely contrast that makes the whole picture of you so dynamic and memorable. But what I truly loved is the part that speaks to my soul, the deeper meaning behind it all. Each piece isn't just a piece of an outfit. It becomes a part of your personal declaration. With that pixie cut, you're saying, I am choosing my own freedom. With those glasses, you're gently guiding the world to see your wisdom, your experience. You're saying, I know who I am. And with that lovely top, you're making the sweetest declaration of all. I love and honor the woman I am right now. There's this fascinating idea that the clothes we wear can actually change how we feel inside. And believe me, I've lived it. I've had those days, and I'm sure you have too, where you feel tired and a little bit invisible, and you just want to pull on something old and disappear. But on one of those days, I decided to try something different. I put on this very combination, and something magical happened. I looked in the mirror, and I didn't see a tired woman anymore. I saw someone sharp, someone wise, someone ready for whatever the day might bring. And that, my dear, is the real power here. We are redefining beauty on our own terms. Our goal isn't to chase after youth. It's to be beautifully, radiantly ourselves, in a way that only a woman who has truly lived can be. It's a beauty that comes from depth, from confidence, and from a life well loved. You know how some women can walk into a room and you can just feel a shift in the air. They aren't the loudest or the most done up, but they have a presence that is so powerful and calm. The secret, my dear, is something the experts call effortless chic. It comes from this beautiful, subtle contrast. The strength of a sharp haircut, the intelligence behind a great pair of glasses, and the gentle softness of a bare shoulder. Now, Effortless doesn't mean no effort at all. Oh, quite the opposite. It means you've put in enough thought over the years to know exactly what feels right, what truly speaks for you. It took me decades to learn that real style wasn't about adding more, but about knowing what to leave out. As the great Coco Chanel once said, simplicity is the keynote of all true elegance. When you see a woman with this kind of style, you don't see someone who is trying too hard. You see someone who simply knows herself. And honey, there is nothing more magnetic than that. It makes me wonder, what's that one simple piece in your own closet? The one that, the moment you put it on, makes you feel instantly put together and like your truest self. This way of dressing goes so much deeper than just how things look. It touches on psychology. There's a concept called the spotlight effect. I want you to imagine that you are the director of your own little movie. With this style, you are gently telling the world's camera exactly where to focus. Right here. On your eyes, on your smile, on the parts of you that hold your light and your wisdom. We are taking control of the narrative. We're guiding attention away from any lines or silver hairs someone might be looking for. And instead, we're inviting them to see us. It's not about hiding our age. It's about reframing how it's seen. There's a quiet power in that. A statement that says, I am not hiding. I am redefining myself. And we know it's true, don't we? What we wear has a real effect on our mood and our confidence for the day. This style is simply a beautiful tool to help us own our story. So, we've talked about the beautiful philosophy behind this look, about how it's so much more than just clothes. But ideas are one thing, and making them work in our own lives is another. That's why, in our next part, I want to share some of my favorite practical tips to help you truly make this style your own, with grace and confidence. All right, now for my favorite part. This is where we take all these lovely ideas and make them truly yours. Because honey, the difference between looking nice and looking truly elegant is all in the little details. First, let's talk about the small adjustments that make all the difference. Think of this whole look like a symphony. The hair, the glasses, the top, they are your main instruments. And true elegance is all about proportion, about making sure everything plays in harmony. I learned this lesson the hard way. I once bought the most beautiful off-the-shoulder sweater, but it was just a little too big. I thought, oh, it'll be fine. But every time I wore it, I felt like I was swimming in it. It taught me that a perfect fit is more important than any brand name. Glasses that are too large or a top that's too baggy can overwhelm you and throw off that beautiful balance we've created. Next, let's touch on fabric. Real luxury isn't about a logo you can see, it's about a feeling against your skin. The way a silk blend top drapes over your shoulder, the gentle warmth of a fine-gauge cashmere. These are the little gifts we give ourselves. They are acts of self-care. Look for materials that feel wonderful and hold their shape, because you deserve to feel as good as you look. And what about accessories? Well, here's my rule of thumb. When your statement is already strong, your accessories should be a whisper. With this style, your face and your shoulders are already the main event. A big, bold necklace will just compete for attention. Instead, think of a simple pair of pearl earrings or a delicate ring. They don't shout, they just add a little sparkle. But the most important secret to elevating any look doesn't come from a store. It comes from within. It's your posture. Let's try a little something right now, wherever you are. Just take a moment to sit or stand up a little straighter. Roll your shoulders back and down. Lift your chin just a bit. Can you feel that? That little shift in your energy. That, my dear, is the most powerful and completely free accessory you own. The most beautiful outfit you can wear is your own confidence. And once you feel comfortable with this beautiful classic combination, it's time to truly sign your name on it. It's time to personalize it with color. Think about it. What's your happy color? The one that always makes you smile? For me, it's a deep sapphire blue. For a dear friend, it's a vibrant coral. Maybe yours is a rich emerald green or a soft lavender. Don't be afraid to bring that color in with a scarf, a beautiful pair of shoes, or even your lipstick. This is how a formula becomes your own unique story. You see, with these little secrets, you're not just putting on an outfit. You're expressing a philosophy, a way of living that values grace, confidence, and a deep understanding of who you are. And that brings us right back to the very heart of our conversation today. So here we are at the end of our little chat. We've seen how this combination, the pixie, the glasses, the soft shoulder top, is so much more than just an outfit. It's a visual statement. It's a beautiful declaration from a woman who has truly lived, saying, I'm not running from my age. I am celebrating it with all the wisdom and grace I've earned, because true elegance, honey, was never about looking younger. It has always been about living more beautifully, more deeply, and most importantly, more freely, as the woman you are today. And now, I want to turn this conversation over to you. I truly believe every woman has her own style statement waiting to be made. After spending this time together, which piece of this power trio are you most excited to try first to start writing your own story? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I would be absolutely delighted to read them. This is more than just a channel. It's a space for us, for women who believe in growing and shining at every age. If these are the kinds of conversations that feed your soul, and you'd like to continue being a part of this journey with us, I'd be so honored if you'd subscribe and join our community. Always remember, your style is just a reflection of your beautiful spirit. And elegance, in the end, is simply the freedom to be yourself. Shine on.